So my wife and I, as an example, here we are. We're stressed out. We're 23 years of age. And we just find out our franchisee selling his 2 stores. And the reason we're stressed out is we know we've seen enough stores sold around us that the moment a store is sold, the managers are let go because the new owners come in with their team. And so we're now going, oh my goodness, we're both about to lose our jobs. And I'm sitting here and I'm freaking out and I'm like, what are we going to do? And we got to get a hold of the other franchisees. We got to find out who else needs managers. And my wife's letting me blow off steam. She goes, we're not going to find other franchisees to work for. She said, we're qualified to be franchisees. Why don't we just buy this store? And I looked at her like she was insane. I'm like, because we don't have any money. That's why we don't buy the store, right? And my wife, who's the youngest of 5, raised by a single mother, she was taught you figure out a way. So we started learning, how do you buy a business if you have no money? And we made a ton of mistakes, but we learned every time. And one of the first things we were able to do that we learned is my franchisee wanted out so bad, we entered into a management agreement. Cost us no money to do it, but basically said we were going to take ownership of the profits or losses of the store. He got to step away. We would manage the store until either we or someone else bought the stores. That way, any losses, we would take responsibility. We would sign on for that and all this. And that gave him the freedom to actually, start looking at other things. And so we started managing the stores. And while we're doing that, we're learning what do you say and not say to be able to get financing. And so during this 4 to 5 months of deep learning and stress, because now we're running 2 stores full time, and we're going streamlined as we can to try to make some money. And we're also at the same time learning, how can we buy this store? We'd get in front of an investor and we'd say, yep, these 2 Domino's pizzas, we're looking at buying this business. Not knowing that that statement turned off investors. Because in their mind, they're going, you're buying the business. That means you're buying any liabilities, including any kind of lawsuits, anything like that. Wrong answer. And when we learned to say, we're actually starting our own company and buying the assets of the business, which means we're just buying the ovens, the rights, everything like that, leaving all the liabilities aside. That would then get people's interest. And after about 5 months of making a lot of mistakes, we now had the confidence to go to our bank. And because we now knew what to say and what not to say, they actually gave the 100% financing for both stores because we had enough assets in the businesses to actually cover the loan. So that's how we were able to buy the 2 stores with no money of our own. So we went back to our stores, and the first thing we did with that store is we empowered our manager to be able to fully run it, gave them incentives to make it do well, and we ended up being able to remove ourselves out of the day-to-day operations. It didn't mean we could just totally ignore the store. Even if something's passive, you still have to take responsibility for your financial decisions. So we were still, would check in the store once a week, how are things going? And the moment we systemized it, though, and it was working and spending out money for us passively, all of a sudden, 3 people. No one wanted the store before, but now all of a sudden 3 people, because we had changed our mindset and our outlook, 3 people wanted that store. And what a lot of people, kind of a wealth tool for them is you can make good money owning and operating a business or even making it passive, but you can make even more money selling a business. And there's companies looking for businesses out there that are systemized and working well and creating an income that they'll pay millions and billions of dollars for. So when all of a sudden we had 3 buyers, it was a no-brainer to sell the last store.